land with Giselle. Now let's get back to Ashley. Like I said, I think this season she's going to be the new Robin. She's going to be a yes person to Giselle, which means she's also going to do what Robin did. She's going to be catching strays. What will be meant for Giselle is going to hit Ashley because she's now the new yes person. She's the new mouthpiece. That is the new alliance. She's the new green-eyed bandit. I don't know what her eye color is, but you know what I mean? She's the new green-eyed bandit in that situation, so we'll see. Ashley, to me, I don't like her personality on the show. Not that I don't like her personally, because I want to be clear, because sometimes when people say I don't like someone, they think they mean it personally. I don't know this woman, never met her in my life. When I say I don't like her, I mean I don't like the persona she plays on the TV show. She's very messy. She's very mean. I don't think she's anybody's friend, and I think she's out for herself. And I think that she is so jealous of Stacy. The jealousy oozes out of every single pore of Ashley's body. Number one, Stacy is gorge. Stacy might be a little awkward. She might be a little stiff, but the woman is gorgeous. You just cannot, you can't knock it. She's gorgeous. I think she's jealous of that. I think that Ashley is jealous that Stacy has money from her hosting for QVC, but clearly her real money comes from her husband. I think she's jealous that she's still living in the big house with her husband, which is what Ashley tried to do with Michael, and clearly that didn't work out. I think that even though Stacy is divorcing her husband, I think that what Stacy had or represents is everything Ashley wanted. You know, not to make anything about race, but to have like the rich white husband, which they both have had, you know, all the money, all the status, the young wife. Those are all the things that Ashley wanted that now is kind of like not really happening with Ashley. And I sort of feel like Ashley is treating Stacy the way she treated Katie. Remember Katie? Beautiful, tall Katie, before Katie had her breakdown and all that. Katie was similar to that girl, tall, beautiful. She was dating Andrew, I think it was, again, rich white guy. And race doesn't matter. I'm just saying it because that's what it is. I'm not saying that has anything to do with it, but just to put it out there since it's out there and, you know, it is what it is. So I think Ashley was also very jealous of Katie because Katie was very similar to Stacy. I see a lot of similarities between them. They're kind of ditzy. They also had the conversation about biracial, where everybody got mad at Katie for Katie saying she was biracial when she is, and it is what it was, or whatever the case may be. Then we see Ashley and Stacy having that same biracial conversation about raising their children and about, you know, Ashley being biracial, then obviously her children are and Stacy's. So we kind of have those same themes and those same conversations. And I think that with Ashley and Stacy, what we are seeing and why Stacy got so pissed at Ashley, because Ashley basically was just like telling all her business, is again, Ashley likes nobody. Ashley is nobody's friend. And I do believe that Ashley is very, very jealous of Stacy. Even though Stacy is going through a divorce, she still kind of has that template that Ashley has always wanted or aspired to. This season, I think Ashley is going to be very boring, very flat, very mean, very messy, and very bitter. There's a bitterness to Ashley. You know, even though she's not my favorite person, there used to be a spark to her, but there's a dullness to her this season. Maybe it's because the fake separation with Michael has now become a real divorce, because I don't think that when Ashley and Michael first got separated, that was real. I think it was because he wanted his privacy. He wanted to do his dirt in private and not be on camera. But I think that maybe has morphed into maybe they really are going to get divorced at some point in time. And I don't think Ashley ever thought that the separation was really going to lead to a true divorce. But there's something going on with Ashley. She's not drinking, which is fine. But have you guys noticed she's just doing mocktails and water? So I don't know what's going on there. But there is something going on with Ashley where I feel something is off with her. Okay. So now let's talk about Stacy, since we just talked about how Ashley is jealous of her. Do we like Stacy? Put it in the chat box. Let me know what you guys think about Stacy. I like Stacy. I think that she's warming up. I think she was a little bit of a slow burn, a little boring the first couple of episodes, but I actually prefer that over the new housewives that come in so hot, so fast that you're like, no, it's an automatic no. Like Katie on the OC, too hot, too fast. Like, leave Heather Dubrow alone, girl. You haven't been here for 2 seconds. Pipe down. Anna Marie in Beverly Hills, like, girl, nobody's checking for you, especially not Sutton. So go pipe down. So I actually like that Stacy is a little bit more of a slow burn, and she's getting, and I'm also happy it didn't take her 2.5 seasons like it did Jen in the OC to finally find her voice. She's finding her voice. I think she's going to be a firecracker. I think she's going to bring a lot more than we think she's going to bring. Now, a couple of things is going on here. Number one, Stacey's relationship with TJ. I am so confused. And I have so many theories on this. I want to know what you guys think about this. Okay. I want to know you guys think. So, Stacey's relationship. Either one, and I have to say this disclaimer. I say it almost in every video, but in case we have new candy canes. Anytime we talk about sexuality here or identity, it's from a place of love and inclusivity. So if we're going to talk about somebody's heterosexual relationship or homosexual relationship, whatever the case may be, it's all in, I believe we are all equal. So if I talk about that, it's coming from a place of love, not judgment or anything negative at all. So I just want to be very clear. We are love and inclusive here, and we will have those conversations because we should be having those conversations. So with that, this is how I feel. And again, this is just my opinion. So Stacey's relationship with TJ. Number one, before I break down what the hell I think is going on with them, because it's a lot. PSA to women, never date a man who wants your literal position in life. When Stacy said she met TJ when he was auditioning to be a host on the QVC, which is literally her job, I was confused. I was like, come again? What? What'd you say? He literally wants to be you? This is very different than like, oh, we are all at a law firm and I date, a lawyer who works over here and I'm a lawyer too, or we all work at the hospital. This is a different boat, okay? This is very, very different. I'm not talking about, you're two accountants and you get together. Duh. I'm talking about you're in the entertainment industry. You are a host for a shopping network and you meet your new boo thing because he wants to be a host for a shopping network. Girl, does he want to date you or is he looking for like a LinkedIn connect? I'm confused. That to me was a red flag. I was like, he's looking for a come up. He wants to be on TV. He wants to be famous. Like he's looking, to book his next gig. Like red flag, red flag, red flag. Especially, and again, this is just my personal belief. If you are the woman and you have a higher position than him because he's auditioning to get to where you're at. No. Just so many red flags there. So there's that. Now let's get into what I think is going on with her and TJ. Option number one, she is his beard and he is not into women and she's in denial about it because I don't know what guy is like, yeah, let's just like not be intimate at all. And I want to be a host on a shopping network. Again, I'm not being disrespectful. I'm not being derogatory by any means. I'm just saying my opinion on the situation. And we can always have a respectful conversation about it. Just want to be very clear. But to me, that was a little bit of a red flag where he just doesn't want to. And like, I feel sometimes people use religion as a way to have cover for if they're in the closet or if they don't feel safe to come out or comfortable to come out, or if they still want to have that quote unquote traditional life where it's like a man and a wife and kids, but maybe that's really not maybe that's what they want, but they want something else. Again, I'm not saying that this is him. I'm not putting this on him. I'm just saying, hypothetically speaking, this is what comes to mind when I think about a situation like this. Okay. So there may be something like that going on where he is a grown adult man and he's like, all of a sudden, I want to wait until marriage. But like she says in the confessional, and I'm going to get into exactly what she said, with another idea that I have, he's not a virgin. So I'm confused. Second option, it's a fake relationship for the show. Maybe Stacy wanted to have a +1 for events. She wanted to have storyline, and he, as we know, wants to be on TV. He wanted to be a host for the QVC network. So maybe he wants to be a +1 on Bravo for the Real Housewives of Potomac. So it could be some fake relationship for the show. Not the first time this has happened, not the last time it happens. People have rented boyfriends looking at you, Kenya Moore, all day long, so there's that about it. I don't know. It could be a fake showmance for the show. So she has storyline. So she has a +1. But the reason why I'm thinking maybe not that part so much is because I do think her genuine feeling of betrayal and irritation when Ashley brought TJ up to the group, without her permission, she seemed to be genuinely pissed off about that with everything with her daughter. But again, still could be storyline. She still could maybe want to own that narrative of how it gets out there. So maybe not, but there is that. And again, I think Ashley only said that she has a friend because she's jealous. You can see the jealousy seething out of Ashley. Like you could touch it. It's that hot. Okay. Now, here's another situation. He's her beard in the sense of, I'm not saying talking about her sexuality, but maybe she's dating somebody who doesn't want to be on the show. Maybe she's just out there having fun, dipping it and doing it. But again, like I said, she wants a little bit of cover. Now, so it's not necessarily a fake relationship for the show, but she's faking it with him and unbeknownst to him for her own cover. I'm just thinking of all possibilities because the one possibility that I 100%, in my opinion, do not believe is that this is a real relationship. Either she is in denial and she wants, to believe that he's into her, or it's a fake relationship for the show. But the last thing I believe, in my opinion, is that it is a genuine, authentic relationship. I'm not saying she's lying. She may be in denial, but there's a fly in the milk with this situation, okay? And then the last sort of theory I have, which kind of piggybacks off of she's just with him for cover and she knows the deal, or he knows the deal, is that she kind of doesn't care that he may not be into women and maybe not into that. She doesn't care. She likes the comfort. She likes the companionship. She likes having someone because her ex or her soon-to-be ex-husband is already dating somebody. It could be one of those things where it's like, oh, you have somebody new. Well, I do too. You don't really care about who the I do too is. You just only have it because you want to lick back at your ex. You want to get back at them. You want to make them jealous. Because it seems to me, I think Giselle was right when she's like, do you want the divorce? You seem sad. I think Stacy was going to say that she didn't want the divorce and she wanted to stay in her marriage. But then Ashley interjected and was like, oh, she already has a friend. Because Ashley is just messy and jealous and evil and mean. I don't think that, and again, just my opinion, I don't think that Stacy wants to be divorced. I think her husband was cheating on her and he wanted the divorce, because basically what she said was, oh, he's seeing someone. So am I. It's been about a year. We grew apart. But you can sense, and she said, I would never be happy over a divorce. You can just get the vibe, the sense from her that this was not her decision. And it seems like since he's dating other people, they're splitting their time. He's here and she's there. To me, it just seems like a very classic tale, and not to bash men at all, because I love men. I don't mean it in this way, but it's just like the husband dips out on the wife and then he wants to get separated and then dun, 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 dun. You know what I mean? That seems what it's like. But the reason why I say this is, did you clock what Stacy said in the confessional? Because number one, words matter. Number two, people always tell on themselves. This is, and I wrote down verbatim what she said. This is what Stacy said when asked if TJ was a virgin. She said, and I quote, "He's had other partners. He doesn't want to be intimate with a woman unless she is going to be his wife." Prior to this statement, he literally said he had 0% wanted to have sex with her. Let that sink in. Because words matter and people always tell on themselves. Either, because she said he's had sex with other partners. She did not say he's had sex with other women, not even other people, partners. So does she know the sexual orientation of the partner? And then she said specifically, he doesn't want to be intimate with a woman unless she is going to be his wife. Intimate with a woman. He's had sex with other partners. What does that mean to you? So when she said that, I was like, okay, boo-boo, she's in on the okie doke. You know, people have their own, what they do behind closed doors. I personally don't care. You get in where you fit in, whether you want to have male partners, female partners, trans partners, I don't care. Do you have consent? Be safe. Do you? I don't care. But words matter. And the way she said that, the way I read it was, she knows what his preference is in partners. And she didn't say that he currently wasn't having sex. She said he doesn't want to be intimate with a woman. She said what she said, and she said it with her whole chest. Y'all read into that how you want to. He also said, I have 0% interest in having sex with you. So right there, he is telling you, I am not into you, because he wants to have sex with a woman that's going to be his wife. If a man was, and the reason why I bring religion into it is because it really irritates me. I'm not particularly religious, but I am spiritual and I believe in God and I love God. So it really pisses me off when people bastardize and they use religion or God as an excuse and as cover to do what they want to do in the dark. And they don't want to bring it to the light. And they use religion or God as a cover. Oh, God's judgment, religion, blah, 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 blah. The Bible says, no, knock it off. Knock it off. Say what you are and what you want to do and say it with your whole chest. Because at the end of the day, God still loves you. God is not judging you. Everything will be okay. Don't use religion as cover to get away with your secrets and your dirts. So that's why I bring it into it, because that's what's really irritating. And when people do that, they make other people not want to have a relationship with God because they think, oh, well, I'm going to be judged. I'm going to be condemned, blah, 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 and all of that crap, which isn't true. God is love and God is forgiveness and God is being who you are authentically, right? Well, that's just my opinion on it. So that's what really irritates me when people use that as cover. But you're not going to sit here in a confessional and say with your whole chest, he's had sex with other partners, but he doesn't want to be intimate with a woman unless it's his wife. And then talk about because God said so. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. Like, absolutely not. Absolutely not. And he's like, they're not judging us. They're judging God. They're judging the Bible. They're judging religion, whatever he says. Knock it off, sir. Knock it off. Knock it off. Crazy. But I do like Stacy, and I do think that I think she's going to be a really good housewife, and I want to see everything unfold with her. I do find it a little bit questionable as to why she waited until filming started. Maybe that was just strategy before telling, Karen, because Karen's the one who brings her on the show, that she's been separated for a year from her husband. I don't know what's going on with that, but